Hello there, and welcome to our cozy corner of slumber. Tonight, we'll wander through tales that capture the serenade of whistling pines, the gentle embrace of dawn at a sanctuary, moonlit revelations, and the soft glow of lanterns over Shale Bay. If you find solace in our stories and they bring a gentle peace to your night, feel free to like and subscribe, only if you genuinely enjoy what we share. We love knowing where you're tuning in from and what time it is there. It's a beautiful way to feel connected as we drift off together. Now, perhaps dim the lights, nestle under your favorite blanket, and let the whispers of the night envelop you. As you settle in, let your imagination take you to the whistling pines where our first story begins. In a corner of the world that only the patient traveler finds, there lies a grove filled with towering pines, their mighty trunks gently swaying under the caress of the mountain breeze. The grove stands at the edge of a serene lake, its waters a mirror to the sky, reflecting both the golden rays of the setting sun and the silvery glow of the approaching moon. Here, the pines are known to sing. A gentle melodic whistle carried through the air is their song, a whisper of ancient stories told through the rustle of needles and the sigh of the wind weaving its way among the branches. It's a place where one can listen to the earth's lullabies, find peace in its rhythm, and drift gracefully into the arms of slumber. As the sun dips lower in the sky, casting long shadows that reach across the lake and into the grove, you find yourself meandering down a path cushioned by a tapestry of soft needles and moss. The path is illuminated by shafts of warm amber light filtering through the treetops, casting a gentle glow on everything it touches. The scent of pine hangs sweet and wild in the air, mingling with the fresh fragrance of the lake. Each step you take is unhurried, savoring the quietude enveloping you. A squirrel darts across the path, pausing briefly to eye you before disappearing into the brush with a soft rustle. Above, a small chorus of birds chimes in complement to the pine's symphony, their song a soft background to the gentle murmurs of the grove. The breeze is cool and refreshing, carrying with it the promise of evening and the chill of the mountains that flank the grove like silent sentinels. The rustling intensifies as a gust dances through, eliciting from the pines a melody so pure and ethereal that it feels as though the trees themselves are serenading the twilight. You find a smooth, time-smoothed rock by the lake's edge, its surface kissed by the last golden rays of the sun. Sitting here, your gaze drifts across the water, its surface dotted with the occasional circle from a fish rising to meet an insect. The circles expand and fade, much like the quiet thoughts in your mind, spreading out and growing gentle before fading into calm. A family of ducks battles by, the parents at the front, guiding a line of downy ducklings. Their soft quacks and the gentle ripples they create add another layer to the natural orchestra surrounding you. It's the kind of scene that would inspire a painter or a poet, yet here it simply invites a quiet appreciation and a deepening sense of peace. As the sun kisses the horizon, the sky turns a palette of pink, orange, and indigo. The colors blend seamlessly, a gentle reminder of how seamlessly day slips into night. The pines sigh again, this time with a deeper, more resonant tone, as though welcoming the night with open branches. A stillness descends as the last bird calls fade into the night. In the quiet, the lake reflects the first stars appearing in the velvety sky. Tiny gems set against an expanse of deep blue. The first cool embrace of night wraps around you, and a gentle shiver of appreciation runs through you, as though acknowledging the beauty that surrounds you. The wind calms, leaving the grove in a hushed reverence. A thick blanket of stars stretches from horizon to horizon, their light falling softly, mingling with the moon's glow that now bathes the grove in ethereal silver. The air is thick with the scent of pine and the faint sweetness of night-blooming flowers, hidden somewhere among the brush, yet presence known by their perfume. In this gentle cradle of nature, time loses its urgency. There's nothing but the rhythm of your breath, the slow rise and fall, matching the gentle undulations of the lake surface. The soft whispers of the pines now seem like a lullaby meant only for you, coaxing away the ties of wakefulness. Finally, lulled by the quiet hymns of the grove, you find your eyes growing heavy. You know that as you rest, the pines pines will keep their watch, singing their age-old song to the stars. The night will pass in peace, the winds will dance with the leaves, and the world will spin in its gentle rhythm, all tied together by the serene melody of the whistling pines. As dreams begin to weave their delicate threads through your thoughts, you find yourself carried on a current of starlight, where dreams are gentle and sleep is deep, cradled by the earth itself in welcome serenity. And with that, consciousness drifts quietly away, borne upon the soft singing whispers of the grove's embrace. The stars twinkling like tiny sentinels in the night sky watch over the grove with a serene omnipotence. Each one seems to hold a story of its own, secrets of the universe whispered only to those who listen closely in the quiet solitude of night.
As you drift further into tranquility, the rustle of a gentle night breeze brushes against the leaves of the pines, creating a delicate harmony that dances alongside the rhythmic lapping of the lake's gentle waves against its pebbled shore. This rhythmic soundscape gradually fades into the background, enhancing the sense of stillness enveloping you. The moon, having taken its place high among the stars, casts its luminous glow over the grove, casting shadows long and soft, muted by the silver light. The shadows seem alive, subtly shifting with the sway of branches and the undulating surface of the water. Crickets join the nightly ensemble, their soft rhythmic calls weaving through the air like the comforting tick of an ancient clock, marking time not with urgency, but as an infinite, serene flow. In this sanctuary of natural beauty, you begin to feel a gentle connection with the surrounding world, a unity with the universe. The soft ground beneath you, the whispering trees arching overhead, the gentle caress of the night breeze, they all become a part of you, wrapping your senses in a serene embrace. Here, untethered from the pulls of the waking world, you are free to explore the landscapes of your imagination. As your mind drifts in this dreamscape, images unfold like pages of a storybook lit by moonlight. In your vision, the pines transform into guardians of ancient secrets, their trunks now appearing as ancient pillars in some mythic realm. Each knot and whirl in their bark sings of time long past, when the world was younger, imbued with untold wonders. In the dim light, animals begin their nightly rituals. A gentle owl hoots softly from somewhere above, its round, solemn eyes keeping watch over the sleeping world. Silently, it takes flight, its wings outstretched, weaving a path through the canopy, a majestic silhouette against the shimmering heavens. Below, in the undergrowth, a family of deer quietly navigates the wooded path, their movements graceful and fluid, stepping over fallen branches with a kind of tranquil assurance. Their eyes, alight with a gentle curiosity, glance toward you momentarily, acknowledging your presence as a temporary visitor in their timeless realm. Nearby, hidden beneath a covering of ferns, a pair of small rabbits nestle together, their fur rustling softly, blending with the gentle murmur of the forest. They dream too, perhaps, of moonlit meadows and lush fields, their peaceful rest mirroring your own. As you breathe in the cool night air, a feeling of profound peace settles over you, filling your being with a quiet contentment. It's as if the universe itself has woven a tender cocoon of serenity, enveloping every inch of the grove in its protective embrace. Above, the moon continues its watch, a gentle overseer as the hours of night pass imperceptibly, drawing silent patterns with shadows and light, a painter of dreams on the canvas of the world. Each moment melds into the next with fluid grace, a seamless transition as night flows toward the promise of dawn. In the warmth of this profound solitude, a deep sense of gratitude wells up inside. Gratitude for the night, for its reassuring darkness, for the soft rustle of the trees, for the stars, and for the eternal dance of the universe that keeps watch over this tranquil grove. Hours blend seamlessly into one another, and at some point, the first hints of dawn begin to flirt with the horizon. It is a subtle change, a lightening of the eastern sky, as a pale wash of indigo gives way to the faintest blush of pink and gold. The birds, before silent, now begin to stir, their song a gentle harbinger of the coming day. Slowly, the pines begin to draw their song to a close, their whispered harmonies subsiding as the daylight weaves its way back into the grove. The world takes a soft, deep breath, as if awaking from a peaceful slumber, ready to greet the new dawn with rejuvenation. As the first rays of sunlight touch your face, gently coaxing your awareness back to the present, you feel refreshed and enveloped in a profound sense of calm. The night, with its serene symphony and gentle catharsis, has offered its gifts generously. You rise slowly, stretching, and immerse yourself in the brightening day. Finally, as you step away from the embrace of the grove and begin your journey anew, it's with the knowledge that this sanctuary will remain a steadfast haven where pines sing, waters mirror the open sky, and peace reigns eternal. In the tranquil cradle of nature, you begin to notice the delicate changes that denote the break of a new day. The sky gradually lightens, like watercolors softly spreading across a canvas. The quiet murmur of the waking world is tender and inviting, blending perfectly into the melody that carried you through the night. The gentle calls of birds usher in the dawn chorus, a symphony composed with layers of delicate trills and warbles. Each bird adds its own unique melody, contributing to the morning's stirring refrain. The air is filled with the promise of light and life as shades of pink and orange cascade across the horizon, warming the lake's surface into a dance of radiant hues. The scent of pine, now infused with the morning dew, invigorates your senses, refreshing as it mingles with the crispness of the air. The chill of the night is gradually replaced by the soft, warm embrace of the sun's emerging rays, gracing your skin with their gentle touch. There is a unique quietness about the world at dawn, a purity that seems to echo within. As the colors in the sky deepen, the grove awakens fully. The lake, which held the moon's reflection so tenderly, now sparkles under the burgeoning light, like a tapestry woven with strands of shimmering gold. The family of duck resumes their morning routines, the ducklings trailing in a neat line behind their watchful parents as they glide effortlessly over the placid surface. Your eyes trace the gentle patterns of the breeze across the water, watching as it laps softly at the edges of the lake, whispering secrets to the shore. You're struck by the continuity of these natural rhythms and how they hold space for restorative peace. Turning away from the lake, you slowly make your way back along the soft path. The mossy ground cushions your footsteps with a gentle spring, and the undergrowth now sparkles with a dusting of dew. The pines, towering above, extend their noble branches as if to bid you farewell. needles rustling, a final gentle song of departure. As you leave the grove behind, a renewed sense of clarity accompanies you throughout the tranquil night. The grove has whispered its secrets and shared its wisdom, grounding you with every breath you took. With a heart full of gratitude, you walk away knowing that, should you ever find yourself in need of peace and solace, this quiet haven will be waiting, its arms wide open in evergreen embrace.
Take a moment to breathe, and let us take you somewhere new.
Beneath the sweeping expanse of a pastel sky, where dawn's light stretched tender fingers across the earth, the Silver Fir Sanctuary lay nestled within a serene valley. Here, amid tall, stately fir trees, time seemed to flow like a gentle whisper, echoing softly between needle-covered branches. The sanctuary was a place untouched by haste or urgency, a cocoon woven from nature's most tranquil offerings. As the first hues of the morning deepened from pale blues to the warm blush of dawn, a soft mist lingered in the air, cradling the landscape in its dewy hold. Each silver fir stood like a guardian of this sacred space, their evergreen boughs swaying ever so slightly in the morning breeze, emitting a resinous aroma that mingled with the freshness of the dew, creating a scent reminiscent of softly crushed pine needles with the faintest hint of sweet earthiness. The ground beneath was a tapestry of fallen needles, offering a cushiony silence underfoot that muffled every step. Here and there, patches of moss added a plush greenscape, inviting any wanderer to pause and rest. The air was filled with a symphony of early morning sounds, the distant coo of a wood pigeon, the gentle rustle of the trees, and the sporadic plink of dew droplets cascading from leaf to leaf, creating a delicate percussion. Sunlight began to filter through the soaring tree trunks, casting long, gauzy beams that flickered like golden paths leading deeper into the forest. The light danced gently, painting intricate patterns on the ground that shifted and glimmered with each breath of wind. In this tranquil realm, the usual delineation between sky and earth seemed to blur as fog kissed the treetops and wove its way around trunks, giving the place an ethereal, dreamlike quality. A small stream wove its path through the sanctuary, its waters clear and babbling quietly over smooth pebbles, lending its own melody to the quiet morning. Its banks were lined with soft tufts of grass that occasionally dipped to sip the mirrored sky, where flecks of sunlight played and rippled across its surface. Nearby, a family of deer picked their way gently, as if aware that they were intruding on a peaceful ritual. Their eyes were soft, their movements scarcely disturbing the fragile tranquility. Amidst the firs, a solitary wooden bench, sculpted finely from a fallen log, lay half-shadowed. Specks of sunlight spotted the weathered wood, warmed by its touch. It was here one might sink into contemplation, the sanctuary offering its embrace, both comforts and peace. The seat was positioned at the start of a soft clearing where the sky opened its full canvas above, brushing clouds across a slowly brightening blue. Everything here was languid, from the gradual unraveling of the mist to the sun's stately ascent. Birds began to fill the air with gentle songs, chiming like faint music from a distance, their trills and tweets harmonizing with the rustling leaves. It was a chorus that spoke of peace and serene companionship, each note a subtle cue to stillness. The gazing sky was not the only canvas. Beneath the firs, clusters of mushrooms peeked from the moist earth, their rounded caps shining palely. They stood like little sentinels of the earth, guardians of secrets whispered into roots and soil. A gentle breeze swept through, setting the branches into a rhythmic, swaying dance. A forest ballet choreographed by nature herself. The tranquility enveloped everything like a soft, comforting shawl, urging even the most restless of minds to pause, to listen, and to breathe slowly, deeply. The furthest edges of the sanctuary harbored wildflowers that had colonized pockets where sunlight was more forgiving. They were modest blooms, nodding daintily on the breeze, their petals stirring as if touched by invisible hands. Amid these flowers, bees moved languidly, dipping into blooms for nectar, their gentle humming adding another layer to the symphony of peaceful existence. In this lull of the world's turning, one could sense the gentle heartbeat of the earth herself. Time unfurled slowly in the sanctuary, each moment an opportunity to dwell on the simple beauty that framed life here. The shadows cast by the trees lengthened as morning matured into afternoon, the light growing warmer, softer. Sunbeams took on a buttery hue, coating the trees and their shadowy secrets in a rich, golden veneer. It was a time to rest, to let the solidness of a world made of fur and fragrance enclose the senses, softening the edges of awareness into relaxation. As the sun's trajectory arced higher, the sanctuary seemed to breathe with greater ease.
With every inhalation of the cool, scented air, the mind became a little quieter, thoughts dissolving like morning mist in the burgeoning heat.
Beneath this ancient canopy, the past and future seemed to dissolve, with only the gentle, persistent murmurs of the sanctuary to guide one's perception of now. Each moment stretched into the next, an unbroken chain of tender existence, where life and light wove together beautifully, soundlessly. Time within the sanctuary was a gentle cycle, unfocused, yet seamlessly fluid, wrapped so thoroughly in its own rhythms that one might never notice its passing. Here it lingered, every heartbeat an echo of the forest's steadfast pulse. The day drifted on, unhurried but deliberate, as though orchestrated by an unseen hand that ensured everything unfolded at a pace nature intended. The sunlight, coaxing blooms to lift their heads higher, played its role perfectly, choosing easily how to spotlight one fern, one drop of rain, one shadow. And as the afternoon wore on into evening, the sanctuary took on yet another breath of life. Soft amber light bathed the landscape, nurturing a landscape alive with the melodic whisperings of the water, the gentle thrum of insects bidding farewell to the day. The air grew cooler, bringing with it the first promises of twilight. Yet still, through this ebb and flow of day turning to night, a reassuring constancy held sway, a promise that came solely from the trees, from the land, and from the watched-over skies, of rest, of peace, a silent assurance that here, in the heart of the Silver Fir Sanctuary, all would be well. For within this embrace of timelessness, dreams could be unfurled like the sparing branches of the firs themselves. Each new hope, a bough reaching out to touch the sky. Within the gentle caress of the Silver Fir Sanctuary, as the golden hues of afternoon slowly began their transformation into deeper tones of amber and then dusk, the world seemed to hold its breath. The shadows lengthened gracefully, stretching out across the forest floor like silken tapestries, until they softly wove themselves into the gathering folds of twilight. The sky, once a brilliant canvas of daylight blue, gradually began to embrace the tender purples and pinks of evening. Beyond the trees, the horizon shimmered in hues of lavender and rose, as if the heavens were closing their eyes to rest. The air cooled, its touch like the softest feather brush against the skin, imbued with the fragrance of pine and the lingering warmth of sun-kissed earth. By the stream, the water continued its gentle, murmuring path, its surface now catching the light of the setting sun in flecks of copper and gold, the occasional splash from a leaping fish, or the gentle ripple of a passing breeze sent tiny rolling rings of light outward, a secret dance performed in silence. The forest held on to the songs of its avian inhabitants a while longer, their melodies now softer, more intimate, lullabies meant to cradle the sanctuary itself, as if responding to the waning light. Fireflies began to appear, their tiny lanterns punctuating the shadows with fleeting brilliance, adding to the magic that enfolded every living thing within the valley. A quiet rustle emerged as evening invigorated the nocturnal creatures. From the depths of the tree line, an owl emerged, its majestic silhouette stark against the dimming sky. It floated silently on stretched wings, a fleeting guardian overseeing the transition between day and night. Perchance its soft, hushed calls were like echoes from distant dreams, carrying messages to those who would listen. In the clearing, where the wooden bench lay partly shrouded by the shadows of encroaching night, the wild flowers seemed to release their captured sunlight, glowing faintly in the dusk's gentle embrace. The bees had retreated, leaving behind a profound, comforting quiet, save for the rare, sleepy buzz of one last bee seeking its haven for the night. Nearby, the family of deer had settled into the warmth of collected grasses. The youngest fawn nestled closely between its elders. Their presence, nearly unnoticed, embodied the calm and continuity that flowed from one moment to the next, whispering peace through the sanctuary's ancient whispering leaves. As twilight deepened, the fir trees became tall, shadowy sentinels, their tops brushing the starlit sky. Constellations slowly unveiled themselves, peerless jewels scattered across celestial velvet, guiding dreamers and wanderers alike with their timeless presence. Steeped in the serenity of dusk, the sanctuary
gentle insistence, casting silvered beams through the branches to illuminate patches of ground where moonbeams fled.
Through the quiet and coolness of evening, a sense of wonder descended, the feeling that all was at rest with the universe. It was a moment of profound connection, where the soul felt entwined with nature's rhythms, each heartbeat synchronous with the gentle pulse of the world. In this stillness, the closing of eyelids brought visions of peaceful places, lush lands, and distant dreams. The rune of silence sketched over the land, leaving imprints of a day well lived, promises of restful nights, and the soft play of dreams yet dreamed, cradled in the heart of the Silver Fir Sanctuary. Amidst the caressing shroud of night, the enduring essence of peace persevered, calming every creature, every tree, each stream of water. It folded earthly cares away like pages of a beloved story, coiled safely in a tender moonlit glow, reminding all beneath its watchful boughs that every day, every life would unfold anew beneath the graceful promise of the dawning sky.
Release any tension you're holding and let the next story find you right where you are.
In a secluded corner of the countryside, hidden from the bustling city life and nestled between gentle rolling hills, lies a vineyard that has been lovingly tended through generations. This place, draped in a patchwork quilt of green and gold, holds a secret. For beyond the rows of grapevines that sway like silk ribbons in the breeze, there is an old grape arbor that catches the moonlight in a most enchanting manner. As dusk gracefully unfolds its wings, the sky transitions from the soft hues of twilight to a deep, infinite indigo, speckled with a sprinkling of stars. The vineyard itself transforms under this celestial canopy. The leaves of the vines take on an ethereal silver sheen, each one whispering rustling secrets as the cool night air begins to settle. This particular evening, the moon hangs low and full, casting soft, luminescent glints that dance across the arbor. Its lattice work, woven with tendrils of vines and clusters of grapes, provides a natural retreat that beckons one to pause, to breathe, and simply be. As you enter the arbor, the world outside seems to fade away. The air here is imbued with the sweet scent of ripe grapes, mixed with the faintest hint of lavender from nearby bushes planted many seasons ago. The ground is soft beneath your feet, carpeted with small tufts of moss that have made a home in the shaded soil. You pause at an old wooden bench that sits beneath the thickest canopy of the grape-laden vines. It is smooth from years of use, each curve of the wood telling stories of those who have found peace beneath its leafy shelter. Seating yourself with a contented sigh, you lean back and allow the tranquility to seep into every part of your being. Around you, the vineyard is alive with gentle sounds. The chirrup of crickets forms a soft, rhythmic backdrop, their song harmonizing with the occasional hoot of an owl perched somewhere in the distance. Nearby, the gentle rustle of leaves creates a lulling whisper, as if the vineyard is breathing along with you. In this quietude, you find yourself drawn to the play of moonlight on the grapes. They hang in translucent clusters, slightly warmed by the remnants of the day's sun, and now bathed in silver. Each globe holds a world within it, reflecting streaks of milky light, while shadows dance faintly across their surfaces. A light breeze meanders through the arbor, a playful visitor that gently sways the vines and curls around your skin with a soft, cooling touch. It carries with it the murmur of far-off trees, their leaves murmuring tales of lands beyond, where the horizon meets the sky in endless possibility. Letting your gaze drift upwards, you find the night sky to be as lush and inviting as the scene around you. The stars twinkle with a steady brightness, each one a beacon of light in the gentle darkness. The Milky Way stretches across the heavens, a river of light flowing with a serene inevitability. It's an image that invites unhurried contemplation, a reminder of eons past and futures undreamed. As you sit beneath this celestial panorama, your thoughts drift lazily. Time, in its steady march, feels different here. No longer linear, but a circular, embracing flow. Memories of warm summers spent under such skies come to mind. Evenings filled with laughter and quiet camaraderie shared with dear companions. One such memory surfaces sweetly. An old friend, a skilled musician, played a lilting tune on their violin here. The melody, soft and haunting, mingled with the night air, becoming a part of this place, as indelible as the scent of the grapes. The notes seem to linger long after, suspended in the cool air. Perhaps it was this lingering memory that now invites us each visit creating new threads in its tapestry. The grapes, ripening silently, are like time capsules, holding within them the essence of countless days filled with sun, rain, and moonlight. Your gaze falls back to the rows of vines visible through the gaps in the arbor. They march away into the distance, neat trails that invite exploration. Yet here, within the comforting embrace of the arbor, you find a contentment in stillness, in being part of the landscape rather than merely passing through it. Without realizing it, your eyes slide closed and you begin to drift in the gentle rhythm of the vineyard's night song. The universe outside, now a soft tapestry of sound, becomes a comforting lullaby, a promise of peaceful dreams, as tender and rich as the world which nurtures them. And so, cocooned in warmth and quietude, the arbor becomes your sanctuary. Here, under the watchful glow of the moon, you surrender to the gentleness of the night, allowing the peace to weave itself around you, as effortless as the breeze that stirs the leaves. Sleep comes softly, a gentle tide, lap by lap, until the evening's whispers are no more, and you are cradled in serenity. As you drift deeper into this sanctuary of calm, the vineyard embraces you more warmly, like an old friend wrapping you in a familiar, comforting hug. The soft creaks of the wooden bench beneath you create a gentle rhythm, their wooden tones blending seamlessly with the symphony orchestrated by the night. From somewhere behind the veil of sleep, the gentle sound of water reaches your ear. It is the delicate tinkling of a small stream that winds its way through the vineyard, hidden yet close. The water slips and dances over smooth stones, a liquid lullaby in concert with the natural world's peaceful cadence. Its song is a soothing backdrop to your dreams, ushering you to a place where tranquility flows as freely as the water itself. The night's cool breeze continues its gentle caress, playing lightly with your hair as it whispers past, carrying with it the scent of jasmine that blooms nearby. It mingles with the aroma of the ripe grapes, creating a fragrant bouquet that swaddles you in pure relaxation. Each inhalation deepens your sense of serenity, as if with every breath you draw in the vineyard's history, its sun-soaked days, its quiet, moonlit nights. The bench beneath you, warm with the memory of daylight absorbed into its grains, offers a tender support as more memories surface, pleasant and poignant. You remember wandering through this very vineyard on summer afternoons, the air filled with the joyous laughter of children playing hide and seek among the vines, their bright voices echoing in the stillness. There's a gentle joy in these recollections, each one a golden thread interwoven with the present moment. The stars above continue their age-old vigil, constellations forming a glittering map that guides explorers of the soul. Your mind, floating, pictures long forgotten seafarers using these very stars to navigate unknown waters, their courage and the vastness of the universe, a testament to the boundless nature of dreams. In the distance, faint and melodic whispers of ancient folk songs seem to drift through the air, brought to life by the night's enchantment. It's as if the earth itself is softly singing a lullaby, its voice the gentle croon of the wind through the grapevines and the soft thrum of the crickets. Together, these sounds weave an intricate harmony that wraps around you, adding layers of peace and comfort. You imagine the grapes above you, quietly basking in the moon's light, their plump forms absorbing the magic of the night. When the time is right, these very grapes will be harvested, their sweet essence transformed into the finest wines. Liquid history capturing the spirit of this place. But tonight they rest, cradled on their vine perches, whispering to one another in the language of the earth. The vine's subtle rustling mingles with the murmurs of the night creatures, creating a tranquil symphony that lulls you further into the embrace of sleep. It's a language of comfort and peace. Each rustle, each sigh of the wind, a reminder that nature cradles us all in its infinite care. In this space, guarded by the moon and stars, time stretches infinitely, unhurried and gentle. You are free to wander through dreams as soft as the leaves' whispers, feeling the vineyard welcome you belongingly into its embrace. The night deepens with just the softest hint of a coolness beginning to paint the air, promising the gentle caress of dawn still hours away. Dreams swirl whispering their stories against the canvas of your mind, painting scenes warmed by sun and touched by moonlight. As sleep gathers you fully in its arms, the vineyard stands as a guardian around you. Its vines, with leaves like delicate fingers, reach skyward, joining your dreams to the stars, weaving you into the very fabric of this place you love, until at last you rest completely within the peaceful heart of the world. And so, under the watchful eyes of stars and moon, you sink into the deepest of slumbers, a night filled with the gentle murmur of the earth and the twinkling promise of dreams yet to bloom. The sun finally retreats beyond the horizon, the last of its fiery hues, leaving trails of burnt orange and soft pink lingering in the sky. The vineyard now rests under the embracing shadow of night, cooled by the gentle shroud of darkness. Above, the deepening indigo sky sparkles with a new brightness, each star a tiny beacon casting its light over the tranquil scene below.
Around the arbor, the world is enveloped in a comforting quilt-like cocoon of night sounds. The nightingale's distant song, sweet and pure, punctuates the air with its solitary melody, while the cicada's soft chorus hums steadily from the underbrush, their rhythm a gentle balm for a sleepy soul. Occasionally, a gentle breeze rustles through the leaves, creating a ripple that undulates through the vineyard like waves across the sea. Settling further into the embrace of the old bench, you let the tranquility wash over you, feeling the weight of the day melt away like fog beneath the sun. The earthly aroma of the fertile soil mingles with the scent of the night as it cools, evoking images of life slowly awakening in the gentle dark, roots stretching, leaves unfurling, the secret growth of all things, nurtured by night's quiet magic. Somewhere within this enchanted realm, a small family of hedgehogs begins their nocturnal exploration, their soft bristles brushing lightly against the grass as they forage, undisturbed by the world beyond their vines. Their presence, though unseen, adds an element of life and continuity to this serene tapestry of the vineyard night. Their rustling becomes a soft, ambient murmur, each little creature a bearer of nature's whispers. Inhaling deeply, you are lulled by the intoxicating blend of earth, grape, and bloom. Sun-warmed stones release their warmth into the cooling air, a gentle exhalation of heat absorbed during the sunlit hours. There is contentment in this balance, a quiet understanding between day and night that plays out in the simple exchange of warmth and light, a ritual as old as time itself. As your eyes grow heavy, the world softens around you, becoming a mosaic of gentle hues and shadows, an impressionist landscape painted with the serene brushstrokes of tranquility and peace. In this world, every sound, every scent is amplified, taking on a dreamlike quality that calms and soothes. A small sigh escapes your lips as you capitulate to the soft tug of sleep, allowing your mind to drift among the stars that watch over you. They wink reassuringly, promising the security of the night's embrace and the solace found in dreams shaped by the heart. Wrapped in your cocoon of stillness and night sounds, you drift on gentle waves of relaxation, and in this storied vineyard where generations of hands have tended to the soil and vines, you find sweet respite, and as sleep tenderly claims you, the vineyard cradles your dreams within its storied rows, leaving you at peace until the morning light comes, heralding the birth of a new day.
Close your eyes a little tighter and let the next story wash over you.
As the sun dipped ever so slowly into the horizon, its last golden rays stretched languidly across the placid waters of Shale Bay. The day transitioned gracefully into twilight, an hour relished most by the small community that nestled along the edge of the coast. Here, time seemed to lose its meaning as the evening unfolded like a gentle lullaby, cradling the village in its serene embrace. Small wooden cottages peppered the shoreline, their weathered facades kissed by the sea air, creating a subtle tapestry of muted colors that contrasted elegantly with the vibrancy of the setting sun. Flowering vines wound their way up lattices and railings, their soft blooms wafting the sweet scent of jasmine through open windows. The gentle rustle of leaves and the distant calls of seabirds provided a melodious backdrop that delighted the senses with their calming chorus. The waters of Shale Bay were remarkably clear, offering glimpses of rounded, multicolored pebbles through the glass-like surface. As twilight deepened, the water took on the shimmery hue of liquid silver, reflecting the increasingly ethereal tones of the sky above. Tiny bioluminescent creatures began to stir beneath the waves, their soft glow hinting at the wonders hidden in the bay's depths. Above, the sky unfurled a tapestry of stars against the velvet blue, each twinkling point adding to the celestial symphony that was both timeless and new. This was the hour of gathering as villagers from their homes and those returning on small fishing boats directed themselves towards the heart of the evening's anticipation. The Lantern Festival that illuminated Shale Bay once a year. In the open space between the cottages, tables draped with linen held lanterns of every shape and size, lovingly crafted over days, even weeks, by the villagers. Some were simple glass jars wrapped in colored paper, while others were intricate constructions of wire and delicate fabric, showcasing designs inspired by the natural splendor of their coastal haven. It was a shared labor of love, a collective effort to bring light and joy to a secluded corner of the world. As the evening settled into darkness, the festival began with the gentle lighting of the first lantern, its warm glow a beacon that sparked others to life. One by one, as if in a friendly competition of beauty, lanterns illuminated the night, casting soft, colorful hues across the gathering crowd. The air was infused with a sense of wonder and community as soft voices and quiet laughter mingled with the gentle lapping of the sea against the shore. Nearby, elderly villagers sat in comfortable chairs, telling stories from their youth, each tale flavored with the scent of brine and the nostalgic crackle of campfires long extinguished. The younger ones listened in rapt attention, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of the lanterns, their minds painting vibrant images from the narratives shared around them. The focal point of the festival was a small wooden dock extending into the bay, where the most beautiful lanterns were set afloat to drift lazily on the gentle currents. Each lantern carried with it a thought, a wish, or a remembrance, whispered as it was placed upon the water and sent towards the open sea. Some lanterns bobbed cheerfully, while others swayed gently, cradled by the soft undulations of the tide. The sight was a tapestry of light upon water, each flicker a memory, a hope, a dream set free to wander under the watchful gaze of the stars. From the shore, these floating lanterns shimmered like The glow of the lanterns grew stronger against the deepening sky, transforming Shale Bay into a scene from a storybook. The breeze brought with it the scent of salt and flowers, mingling with the aroma of cedar wood from lantern frames still smoldering at the edge of the water. Children, enticed by the night, ran playfully along the shoreline, their laughter a light counterpoint to the adult conversations that ebbed and flowed like the tide. A few adventurous souls waded into the bay, their bare feet sending ripples through the water, disrupting the lantern's journey ever so slightly, yet tender in its lack of urgency or destiny. An old lighthouse stood sentinel at the far end of Shale Bay, its once bright beam now an echo of the brilliance cast by myriad lanterns. Ivy and moss crept up its stone walls, played with in the gentle glow of the night, creating a picturesque point of focus etched against the night sky. Within the village, the hum of activity blended seamlessly with the persistent yet gentle call of the ocean.
Someone strummed a guitar somewhere, the mellow notes threading through the warmth of the evening like the memories of an old song. The village seemed to breathe in rhythm with the night, each inhale absorbing peace and beauty, each exhale releasing whispers of gratitude intermingled with timeless harmony. Every year, the festival culminated with the sending of a final, larger lantern, crafted with the cooperation and craftsmanship of many hands. Tonight, it stood on the dock, shrouded in anticipation, decorated with shells and ribbons. This lantern represented the collective spirit and dreams of the community, a testament to their unity and resilience. When the time came, the whole village gathered closer, their faces painted with expectation and delight. As the lantern was lit and gently set afloat, a wave of harmonious sighs swept through the crowd, a melodic expression of shared hopes for the days yet to come. It drifted more stately than its predecessors, carrying its cargo of collective dreams deeper into the bay. As this final lantern leisurely joined its companions, the stars overhead shone even more brightly, as if taking their cue from the village below. The night air seemed almost to sparkle, swathed in the tranquil ambiance only a shared, quiet contemplation could inspire. All around, the abundant scent of sea lavender, which grew along the shoreline, mingled with the sweetness of wild roses, infusing the air with a fragrance that was purely Shale Bay. It was a perfume carried on the breeze, an invisible yet tangible thread of connection binding each soul present to this cherished place
and to each other. Talk slowly gave way to a gentle quiet as the villagers began to drift away in pairs and small groups, smiles lingering like the glow of the lanterns now far out in the bay. Those last few moments were spent walking among the paths between homes, voices nearing a whisper, touching the heart of night's peaceful reverence. The village returned to its restful slumber, settling under the celestial quilt above, each home looking out over the bay where the night remained alive with its flickering chorus of lanterns. The gentle tides lulled softly against pebbled shores, a soothing rhythmical whisper, a timeless hymn to the enduring serenity cherished at Shale Bay. Away on the dock, ripples continued their slow dance, soft echoes of a tranquil night unmarred by hurry or urgency, enjoying the pervasive embrace of pure, peaceful serenity. The villagers had disappeared into their cozy homes, leaving the night to guard their slumber. Inside each cottage, families spoke in hushed tones, sharing stories of past festivals, their words punctuated by the sound of crackling wood fires warming tenderly in hearths. The interiors glowed with a gentle warmth, illuminated by the flicker of candles and lanterns that dotted windowsills and tables, providing a cocoon of comfort within each homestead. Outside, the moon rose higher, casting its gentle silver upon the sleeping village. A loving watchman, engraving soft shadows onto the silken sands of Shale Bay. Each wave caressed the shore with a whisper, crafting lullabies that mingled with the evening breeze. It was as though nature itself conspired to weave a seamless tapestry of repose, threads unmarred by the passing time, held together by the grace of quiet, nocturnal enchantment. Cradled between the infinite expanse of sea and sky, the village drew its breath in rhythmic harmony with the ocean's sighs, each inhale bringing a sense of renewal, each exhale a release of the day's remnants. The houses seemed to cradle the dreams of those within, standing as silent sentinels, keeping vigil against the encroaching tendrils of the night. High above,
the canopy of stars sparkled in joyous celebration, and aegis shimmering with promises yet unimagined. Glittering constellations took their places in the heavens, each one a timeless storyteller, spinning tales of adventure, mystery, and the ever-changing dance of worlds beyond. Amongst these celestial witnesses, comets occasionally streaked across the sky, leaving behind trails of fleeting light that arced gracefully towards the horizon, wielding wishes carried on gentle winds. Shale Bay became a world unto itself, a sanctuary pressing pause on the whirl of time, dipped in the enchantment of these gentle hours. Inside the houses, faint sounds of contented sighs floated into the night, carried on the still air like the softest of melodies, harmonizing with the unseen symphony that enveloped the village. In the fields beyond, tall grasses swayed with the rhythm of the whispers shared between land and sea.
Fireflies danced an intricate ballet, their lantern-like glow echoing the spirit of the festival, lingering in the gathering shadows, their flickering presence a miniature mirror of the galaxies above. Beneath the bay's surface, the bioluminescent creatures continued their own tranquil revelry, dotting the darkened waters with phosphorescent constellations that traced the graceful arcs of passing fish. The sea embraced these ethereal lights with gentle affection, offering a glimpse into a world of wonder waiting just beneath the surface. The village pets, nestled at the feet of their owners, twitched occasionally in their sleep, caught in dreams filled with endless fields, and a sky full of flying curiosities to chase. Their presence brought a comforting sense of normalcy, a grounding bond between the earth and its creatures that were at peace with the world and each other. All was calm, all was as it should be. In the quiet grasp of night along Shale Bay, as the hours flowed slowly onward, the steady pulse of the lighthouse marked time with soft intervals of light that brushed gently against the shoreline, an ancient guardian protecting its charges through the night. This was the magic of Shale Bay, a place where dreams brushed the earth with light footsteps as they made their way towards new horizons yet unseen, where every quiet moment whispered promises to those who lingered in its embrace of peace to come in myriad waves, of serenity fertile with hope. So the village rested
the night played out its timeless melody, bridging the fleeting and the eternal with the quiet beauty at Shale Bay. And as the dawn's light touched the sky's dark hem, a new day prepared to waken softly, promising light and laughter to follow, like the return of a beloved friend.
Sweet dreams, everyone. Rest well, and we'll be here whenever you need us again.